Shirley's girlfriend, and this sketch is called Foreign Fella. Shirl, I had a coloured picture postcard from that foreign fella I met at Easter. Remember? I told you. Well, you know my boy Norm? You know, the one that drives the lorry with the big ears? Well, he was a bit funny about me knowing this Heinrich. But I said to him, look, I said, you've got to have hands across the water nowadays. So he says, mind you don't fall in. Well, I tell him not to worry, I got built-in water wings. I met this fella in the post office. He was trying to post a letter, see? So he says to me, please, is here there I am for stamping? So I says, no, here is where you are for your TV licence and your old age pension. But I said, you see that nice looking young lady over there trying to get something out of her tooth? I said, give her time. And then if you was to ask her nicely, she may very kindly deign to sell you a stamp. So he says, please, you come with me. So we go over and we have a nice little wait. And then she kindly deigns. And I'm just going off home, you see, and he says to me, oh, wait. He says, you are very cordial. I am a visitor to London. Perhaps, he said, you are the precious key to the stone portal set in a silver sea. I said, I bet you say that to all the girls. But he don't know no girls here. No, what he is passionate for is national art treasures. You know, old buildings and oil paintings and that. So he says to me, can you tell me what is a must? So I says, a must? And he said he read in a Come to Britain pamphlet, Hampton Court Palace is a must. Oh, I said, well, it means you got to go there. So he says, where is Hampton Court Palace? So I said, Hampton Court Palace? Oh, everybody knows where Hampton Court Palace. Do you know, I couldn't seem to put my finger on the pulse of it. So he says, we will seek it out together. He said, you go with me Saturday afternoon. Well, I knew that Norm was on a run with the lorry, you know, 2 days out. So I thought to myself, OK then, I said, and I'll meet you 3 o'clock, Saturday afternoon, Trafalgar Square, by the pigeons. Well, he writes my name and address down in a little book he's got, and he asks me to call him Heinrich, because it's his name. Well, I get there, like we said, and he's got all little short shorts on. Leather. And he's got all cameras hung round him because he's mad for taking snaps. I mean, you know, you don't just look at something and go click, you know, like me or you would. He's got gadgets. Meters. You know, tell him hot or cold, where to stand and that kind of thing. I mean, it's higher mathematics. Talk about Einstein. Well, I said to him, I said, come on, we got to go. He was trying to take a snap of these pigeons, you see. So he says, in a moment, I achieve a jolly portrait of these doves. I said, look, I said, Hampton Court Palace isn't just around the corner, you know. We got to get there, and it's a tidy stretch. He says, pardon? I says, it's a hell of a long way. And I says, if we don't start now, we won't get there this side of Christmas. Oh, he said, I thought Christmas was a winter feast. I said, look, don't pick it, it'll never heal. Well, we get out to Hampton Court Palace and he goes mad, you know. He snaps everything. He snaps the grass, he snaps the old windows and the ironwork and the statues. And I said to him, I said, don't you never take snaps of people? I mean, you know, I wasn't looking too bad. Well, I'd got on me chunky thick knit and me new shift. But he didn't want to know, you know, he just says, oh, this, oh, that. I said, look, I brought you here to have a bit of a see, and you haven't taken your eyes out of the finder in your camera. I've a good mind, I said, to take you into that maze I've heard so much about and lose you. Oh, he says, what is a maze? So I tell him it's supposed to be this clever kind of garden, got all twisty paths in it, and very high hedges you can't see up over the top of, and when you get inside there, you can't get out, so you're lost. Oh, he says, that is a good joke. I will attempt it. You come too. So I says, not on your Nelly. I says, you're on your own, and if you're not out in 5 minutes, you're lost. Well, I could see he was excited. You know, his knees was trembling. And he says, see you later, crocodile. Well, I went over to the ladies to have a bit of a back comb of my bouffant hairdo. And when I come out, he's not there. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour. Then the keeper come by and he says, everybody go home now, I'm going to lock up. I said, you can't, I've got a friend of mine lost in your maze. Well, he says, get him out. I says, how? He says, give him a yell. So I says, hi, you know, you feel so silly. And that was the last I heard of him from that day to this, till I got his coloured picture postcard today. He says, thank you for your hand clasp. All my pictures are a success. That maze was facile. I came out in 2 minutes and had tea. Where were you, Heinrich? I was fed up, you know. I told Norm. Well, he said, I warned you. He said, how are your water wings now? I said, folded.